All right, this is the 100-ton Bliss model C2-100, geared double crank OBI, serial number H70690.
Show a little bit of the machine here. We start a little bit right here. For what it's worth, they brought an operator station out a little bit. I think this the windlass control was farther back. We got some long cords here. If you want to show it, if you want to get in there now and kind of show it, but we got it under power. There's no air yet and no motor yet, so we'll power up in a second here. That's all the I/O, the diagnostic lights and everything for it. There's a light curtain board down low, which is an option add-on, but it currently doesn't have the chip in there for it. We've got a generic chip because we didn't receive light curtains with the machine. But if they call up Wintrust and get the chip for light curtains, then that board becomes usable. And coming back over here, just a quick one. You got the 4 programmable cam outputs. Only 2 of them are being used. I turned 2 of them on. One was lube and one was the knockouts up here, which is this button down there. You can turn the knockouts off and on. And there's a manual lube there. And I'll explain this a little bit later once we fire it all up. So the machine is currently wired 480, 3-phase. Watch yourself over there. We'll come back around. I've gone around some of the interfaces. Die block receptacle I've gone around. This is the cord for the old light curtain. You can kind of see this. There's a plug that goes in there that makes the light curtain E-stop or E-string happy. This is all standard controls here. We'll come back to this. These are the knockouts. These are add-ons. Bliss's original stuff had the 2 bars coming through here to bolt up here. These are heavy-duty knockouts for what it's worth. Jewel palms down low with 1 E-stop. Oh, we got a manual up in there too as you pan through. Might as well mention that right. We got the original, looks like the original Bliss owner's manual. I've got schematics for this machine for whatever the upgrade was done, because that Wintrust is not original. That's an upgrade. Lube system up through here, primarily grease. Got heavy oil and grease. Later on, we'll bring it down. The ways are right in here, and if we got enough light, we'll show the ways after I inch it down at 180, or as close to that as I can get. So lube up through here. Come along the back side is mostly the air package. Counterbalance and clutch regulators, counterbalance and clutch pressure switches, and main air here. And after you're done through there, belt drive up through here. And that button up there, for what it's worth, that was the old bar knockout. It's not wired in right now, but it's wired up to there if you wanted to use the bar in reverse if you get the press stuck. So got the rear cover sitting right here. That goes up high, which would then cover all of that you see up there. That's why it's all blue. Okay. So that's it there. Yeah, let's fire it up. Let's turn some air on. You go up front. I'm going to turn the air valve on. We'll power up. Counterbalances are filling up. Give it a second. Let the compressor kick on. As soon as that kicks in, we'll have enough air.
Where should I stand to get the most out of the video?
I don't know, I can stand off to the side here a little bit until I actually operate the palm buttons.
Okay.
I just seen the ram come up a little bit tight. We're going to power up now. Should be able to hit the motor on. Got a little squeal to it, but I don't like going real tight with the belts. No need for it. It's excessive load on the motor. In this mode right here, we're in single stroke. That's all pretty standard. We've already ran 168 hits for the last half hour or so, off and on. WPC settings, I don't need to get into the reset so much as select. If I select here, I can bounce through the clock. If you show 0 degrees right there, that was my last stopping degrees. And this one here is milliseconds. We'll check both of these when I'm running. That's 210 milliseconds or 0.2 tenths of an inch. And that's my stopping on there. That's hitting it pretty close. And my brake is usually right around 0 or 1 degrees maybe, or yeah, right in there. Slide up and down right now. Right away we can do slide adjust, which is a 2-hand thing. Arm it and go up or down. You drop it down. You can barely see it on the camera, but it's dropping. That's about 1/8 of an inch. I
can't see it.
Yeah, you won't see it on the camera. You can hear it, but you really can't see it. I moved it about not even 1/8 of an inch. So we're gonna do a few single cycles right now and just let it fire and kind of watch me maybe and watch that 0 because people like to know what the stopping distance is, and that shows the degrees, this particular clock, where it's stopping at. There's 2 degrees. It's pretty solid. That's braking degrees, and now if I move over, for what it's worth, milliseconds, there's an override farther down here that if it goes over 300 milliseconds or 3/10 of a second, it'll cancel out the whole control. That's all user definable, but we just stopped in 210 milliseconds, which is 0.210 seconds. So you can kind of watch that, and that'll move around a little bit because that's in thousandths of a second. Really, it's moving 3 or 4 thousandths, which is pretty solid. I'm going to go back to degrees, 359, do a couple more. There we go. Now if I can go over to inch, we'll do a little bit in inch, and then see if we can get it down at 180, check the Gibbs, and put a ruler up there and measure. You see my kind of, too much. 185, that's not too bad. Now at 185 we can do 2 things. The shut under height here is supposed to be right around 18. I brought it down some from the bed to the upper plate, and we've got right now, just right around 17, which means I've got about 1 inch of adjustment left on my RAM. So I can run that up if I need to, but I don't want to go all the way up and stick it for no reason. So we got 1 inch of adjustment up and 2 inches of adjustment down from this 17-inch mark right here. That said, I don't know, will that show up in there? We can see 3 out of the 4 Gibbs pretty well. I wiped them off and got all the grease off them. Maybe a light. Kind of shine a light on there. They're in pretty good shape. It's like a phenolic material. They're not gouged up, galled, or nothing. There we go. You can kind of see that pretty good. These are the front ones. You can see the 2 front pads pretty good here, and one of the rear pads, they got the control in the way of the other one. So same thing. They're in nice shape, really. It's got some grease on there, but it's supposed to have it. That's all in nice shape. And then the rear pad is over on this side here. And again, I wiped it off earlier so you can kind of see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that's to push it all forward. So
Should I go check the other one?
no, you can't get to it. The electric panel's in the way. 3 out of 4 are good. I'll guarantee you what. One thing, the 4th one is good. I know it is. Oh, and if I want to just do a couple single cycles here, and then go back up, I can turn on the knockouts. I got them, and again, that's all user definable at what degree you want to turn them on and what degrees you want to turn them off. The Winters 2 controls are pretty solid controls when it comes to doing this. Let me take it back up high. Let me turn on the knockouts. You'll hear it pop, but we have nothing in there, no springs, no dies, so you won't really see it moving, but you can hear the difference. Listen. Hear that? And we're still stopping 1 degree, man. You turn that off, do a few more. Yep. That's without the knockouts. It's like 0 degrees every time. And maybe other than that, if you want to get a good close-up on this plate here or up on top there, it's kind of show that a little bit maybe. But this is just sitting up there.
It's not the right side.
No, it's just there. The guys know it though. They see it. Bedway's not bad. Yeah, you see a little bit up in there, but it's a nice shape. Yeah, a couple of drops of oil and can't really show it other than that, but there we go. And that's pretty much it. And we're at 189 hits for the last 40 minutes or so because I reset both of the counters at 0. Just to show repeatability over a couple hundred hits. And that's about it. Motor off. Dynamic braking isn't on, so we're just going to coast down now.